What's up, guys? Welcome to Ask Kind of Funny Gamescast. Anything for the month of. Kevin's going to insert the month here over my mouth.
Nope. Definitely not going to
September. Yeah?
Nailed it. Crushed it.
Was it
We're on top of it. We've been good about it.
There's a staticky sound, Kevin.
I don't hear it.
I hear it.
I do too. I hear it too.
It's
either coming from outside or the TV.
Well, thank you all for supporting us if we die here from this scary static sound.
That's what's going to get you.
Patreon.com/kindoffunnygames. You all know. You're all familiar with it. Some of you at the $15 or above level got to ask questions that we're going to answer in this video. Otherwise,
but everyone.
You paid $1 and you get to watch it. You get to watch those answers. Watch us answer Stephen Gibson's questions. Is it a good question, Greg? They're going to have to wait to find out.
Oh.
Very soon they'll know.
Okay.
Soon. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, man?
I'm pretty good.
You excited?
Drinking
What's that, Kevin?
I said very soon.
Very soon.
Like
very soon.
Moments from now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on the static, though? Come over here and listen.
There's some static, Kevin.
I'm scared for you. You know, you never know what's going to happen.
Probably the new speaker.
It's the new speaker?
It's the new
Is
speaker.
it the haunted speaker?
Yeah,
What?
It's the new speaker.
New speaker's making a static noise.
Stephen Gibson, you've waited long enough. We're going to answer your question. Kratos or Dante?
Kratos.
Dante. 100%.
Why Dante?
Because Dante is cool, period. Anybody can look up the intro cutscene to Devil May Cry 3 where he kills people with a sword, rides their dead body like a surfboard. The physics don't make any type of sense.
Sure, of course.
While spinning around eating an entire box of pizza. It's dope.
I'll give you the pizza part. Yeah.
Real cool.
I think Kratos is cooler. I think Kratos' games are better. And I think Kratos has shown real character development.
Kratos has a better game.
I mean, even God of War, even though I didn't like the character of Kratos back then, I thought those were great action games.
They are, but I mean, not compared to Devil May Cry.
I think they're better than Devil May Cry. Personal opinion.
Better than 2 for sure. Okay. Devil May Cry 1, debatable. But God of War 1, Devil May Cry 1, I'd put them in the same echelon.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 3, God of War 3, Devil May Cry 3. Devil May Cry 3, one of the best action games of all time. God of War 3, not so much. Great game, great action set pieces and stuff.
Sure.
But like, Devil May Cry 3 is legitimately amazing.
What about God of War Ascension?
What about Devil May Cry 4? You know what I mean? But yeah, both cool. I feel like
One's cooler and his name's Kratos.
Kratos just like Kratos' development in the most recent God of War compared to what we're gonna see from Dante in Devil May Cry 5. I'll give it to Kratos without even playing DMC.
Sure.
5.
Okay. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Jaws Vega says, "Hey legends."
That's us.
I guess that's us. I was wondering what your opinion is on attending E3 as one of the general public. I've always wanted to attend, but as I live in Australia, it's quite a financial and time-consuming burden for me to get there. And I'm not sure if my kangaroo could survive the journey. Also, is it possible to attend one of the press conferences, or is that only reserved for press? Thanks, as always. Tim, P.S. Tim, I'm missing your meet and greet in Japan by one day.
Aww.
Sad reacts only. I'm very sad. It was a very fun meet and greet. I wish that you could have went. Is E3 worth going to? Yes. Is E3 worth going to if you're coming from Australia? No.
Yeah.
Will you be able to get into press conferences?
Maybe.
99% no.
You have to wait in the line for a long, crazy time. Xbox is usually pretty good about it. PlayStation makes it weird. Last year wasn't even. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, I've never been to E3 as a member of the general public. That's something they've added recently here with these tickets. So it's hard to say. I know that this year seemed better. Year one definitely was like, we did not plan for consumers and we don't know how to treat them. Year two looked better. I heard better stories, but I still also saw people waiting in line for 4 hours for 15-minute demos for.
That's the thing is like, I don't feel that, and this is my opinion.
Yeah.
No, they'll never solve that problem. You go to PAX, you go to anywhere. It's like, you're going to be waiting in line. It's not about going to play games. It's going to be around the games. And I think that it is worth that, just being around. Like, there's an energy, like seeing the scale of the booths and stuff. Like, E3's on a different level.
I get it, but I'm just saying, and I don't need it. I know Jazz here is from Australia. I don't know if he ever went to PAX Australia. I think that if you're going to go to one of those, E3 is awesome, don't get me wrong, and yeah, I love the energy of E3, obviously, but I would say, it depends on what you want, I guess. I would say if I was going to tell a consumer what show to go to, I would say, yeah, go to a PAX. Go to PAX West.
And it does depend what you want to get out of it, because like, I stand that E3 is on another level when it comes to production, when it comes to the scale of being there and how crazy it all is. As cool as PAX is, and PAX has a lot of fun community events and stuff like that I don't think E3 ever will have.
Yeah. That's what I'm hanging the hat on.
But it lacks the like.
Sure, there's no it's rare that there's an earth-shaking announcement out of PAX, right?
Yeah.
It is more about the community, and it is more about being around the community, and it's a show that's built for the community, right? That's where the press and the media take a backseat, right? We're there as entertainers more than you are there as coverage people. You're there to get that at PAX. They want you to play the game and talk about the game, you, the consumer. Whereas at E3, they want the media to do it. So there's only a few stations. You're not going to see the coolest shit because it's behind closed doors. You're not going to get treated special. Maybe this year will be different. Obviously, every year changes, but
yeah,
I think E3 is cool, but I think it's cooler just to watch E3 at home.
It totally is, and I will say that having been to many E3s at this point, none of them have lived up to being at home, getting things like up to the minute, just like
seeing
looking
everything.
At it. And when I'm at E3 now, a lot of the time I'm looking at
we miss so much
at Twitter.
When
just
we're on a stage there, running around at a demo, we miss so much.
Trying to see what's going on Reset Era constantly, trying to see like the shit that I missed going on. So I don't know, but having said that, it's like if you can get into the moments, and if you're there for that, like. I was
being
there
inside, being
when
inside in
they
E3.
did the Zelda Orchestra at the Nintendo press conference. Like,
if you
that
can
was
be in
awesome.
a bomb ass press conference, that's an amazing experience.
Yeah, but that's very, very hard to do. Jason Bond says, do old games suck? It seems every year I'm adding new games to my top 10 list and removing older games. On top of that, I've noticed that every time I go back to old games I missed the first time around, they seem to always suck.
Suck's an abrasive word, right? Like I think old games are old, and I say that as a joke all the time when I talk about why I won't go back and play something. But it is the fact that the industry is constantly evolving and changing, and I think something like Super Mario Brothers on the NES can stand the test of time and have amazing mechanics and then have a retro style to it, right? There's plenty of stuff like that, but there's plenty of stuff that just doesn't age well. Most N64 like PS1 games, right? You look back, you're like, goo. That did not look or control well, but for the time it was breathtaking, and it definitely pushed the medium forward. But the medium continues to be pushed forward every month, every day.
Yeah, do old games suck? No, but
there's a history too. Do old movies suck? Right?
Yeah. In the case of, I'm not even going to go.
What are you trying to talk? You talk shit about Ghostbusters? Go ahead.
No,
you know what I mean?
No,
Speed Racer? What are you gonna do?
It rhymes with Ram Sammy. Peyton Stone writes in and says, what's cooking here, Games Crew? At what age do you feel you will start to slow down from playing games? I remember growing up thinking, I'm never going to stop playing games or even start slowing down. Now I'm mid-20s, I'm already starting to feel myself not wanting to play daily or even weekly at times. While the older I get, I fear that I will turn to months and years. Thanks for everything you do, Peyton Stone.
I don't think I ever will. And I don't say that, Kevin, can you not scroll by the question we're talking about? No, it's fine. I'm just letting you know I need to see their name and stuff like that.
Peyton.
I know. I'm just saying,
Big
for future reference, I'm giving Kevin thing that I want to see the fucking image and the name. Is that okay, everybody?
No.
Do you want to Kevin?
I'll fight you.
No. I think I've come along. I'm 35 years old. And granted, my career and life is built around video games. But yeah, what is slowed down, right? Like I don't play. I probably play as much. No, I don't play as much as I did in high school and college when I had so much free time, right? And I would come home from school and not do my homework and just play from 5 to 11 o'clock at night and not have anybody say otherwise about doing it or whatever, right? Whereas now there is, we get home later. I got to take care of Portillo. I got to take care of Jen. Both of them need their walks.
They do. They do.
There's different things of quality time spending, like that kind of thing. But games are the number one entertainment source for me, right? I'm still playing them as much as I humanly possibly can.
Yeah, I feel like I already hit that slowdown a long time ago. Like probably.
You think you ever stop?
What's up?
Do you think you'll ever stop?
Never.
Yeah.
No way.
That's gonna be interesting when our generation gets old enough to where, like arthritis and your skills aren't as. I don't mean the skills like fucking Twitch shooter, but like where it is just hard to do stuff.
Yeah, and we'll get there when we get there. But
sure, but by then VR will be everywhere.
I feel like it was once I got my job at IGN that it really slowed me down. It's like that was a choice of I'm now on the other side, and like the other side being the other side. It's more about video than it is about video games, and I don't think there's any way you can change that with the amount of time you have to dedicate to the things that we do.
Yeah, your career, what we do,
and especially where for me, like games aren't my number one thing. They're up there for sure, but like that, movies, TV, music, all this
tennis. You're always playing tennis,
and tennis is a very, very, very slim part of the
you
pie
and Gio,
chart.
they're out there playing doubles.
Video games are a very big part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I already hit that point. I'll never stop though. It's like video games to me will always be that thing that I probably care about the most for specific things, right? Smash Bros is a great example. When that game comes out, I'm going to just nonstop be playing.
Yeah.
When Spider-Man came out, it was the same thing. God
and I
of
guess,
War,
and that's something to Peyton's thing here, right? In my mid-20s, I'm starting to feel myself not wanting to play daily or even weekly at times. Like, I think we've come to terms with, especially with Kind of Funny, the ability of like, cool, Red Dead isn't for me. I don't feel like I need to play Red Dead. And if I'm not caught up on something or whatever, I'm not drawn that I every day have to be playing something, if that makes sense. Like
totally.
I usually end up every day playing something, even if it's just Ghostbusters World or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm going to come home and just do that.
Yeah.
That's not necessary.
For me, that's long gone. And I think it was starting at IGN that stopped the daily. And I feel like games have just changed for me where, and I'm sorry if we're annoying repeating ourselves a million times on these shows, but like, to me, it's how I play and when I play games has just adapted to my lifestyle. So the Switch is when I play a lot of games on flights. We fly a lot.
Yeah.
So that is, to me, a time where I kind of am like, I don't need to play this game right now because I'm going to have a time where I have nothing to do but play.
I'm anxious to get back to Octopath Traveler, but I'm not going to play it at home like on my TV, right? I'm going to do something that I can only play at home on my TV.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Fun stuff
Stephen
indeed.
Patrick McIntyre.
Oh, governor!
Fun name. Greg, do you think AC Odyssey could be your game of the year? You've been having some high praise for it recently. I want to know if you think it'll overtake God of War as your current game of the year. PSA, I'm not related to Reba. I know you're thinking it or wondering the last time I asked a question.
Oh, really? We were drunk last
Sounds
time.
like
I remember
us.
that. Yeah,
That sounds like
started
us,
drinking
though.
last time. No, I don't think it will. I definitely am surprised it's climbed as high. It's number 2 on my list, but God of War is my game of the year because it was just, for me, a perfect experience where from start to finish and even afterwards when I came back to Platinum it, everything was paced the way it should be. Everything was interesting. Every story, there was no wasted moment in God of War. And as much as I love Assassin's Creed, I think there's a wasted moment here or there. You know what I mean? Or I'll look at Assassin's Creed and like, oof, the hair texture doesn't look good. I always joke around. I love photo mode. The amount of times I've used photo mode, but had to crop out or spin it a certain way so that like the face, these guys are just getting their throats are slit. They're in battle. It wasn't an assassination. They're in battle again. And they're just like just no emotion on their face, and I gotta frame it in a way you don't see this stupid thing or whatever. Like, yeah, Assassin's Creed though, yeah, it's totally blown me away this year. That's right, in front of Spider-Man.
Oh shit!
If you were paying attention there, number 2. So it's God of War, Assassin's Creed.
Man, let me tell you, Greg.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil podcast because I'm sure I'm going to repeat this at some
When's
point.
this go up?
Probably on Gamescast.
It should go up next Monday or
Perfect.
Tuesday.
Then don't even worry about it. Then you're fine because you're going to talk about the Spider-Man DLC on the next Gamescast, which would post live on Monday.
I beat the Spider-Man DLC, and I wasn't going to go back into it. I was going to wait until all 3 were done and then play through them. But you sold me on last week's Gamescast. I'm like, fuck, this sounds great. And it really was. Like, the story, I was like, fucking A, man. Like, this is just as good as the core game. And, like, just fleshing out Black Cat, like, what a great take on that character. They added such cool little things with her. Like, there's twists that are interesting. Yeah. Like, so much stuff. I'm like, they fucking nailed this. I was telling you, I had a really bad experience.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't.
With bugs.
Yeah, you said you had a bunch of problems with bugs, and then you Googled it and saw a bunch of people saying they had problems
Yeah,
with
it
bugs.
wasn't
I
just
had
me.
no crashes. I had nothing weird. So I don't know if they patched it after I played it or whatever. I don't know.
I beat it in 2 sittings, and essentially, I would say it's about 3 hours long total.
To do everything or just to do story?
To do everything. Okay. Maybe 4 hours to do everything.
Okay.
But playing through it, every single time it would get to the loading screen where you see the city and it would change from day to night. Every single time it would glitch and do it wrong. So like it would change, and then we'd get into it, and it's like obviously based on the dialogue, it's supposed to be nighttime, like what they're saying, and it's broad daylight. And I'm just like, this felt wrong, and then it kept happening, and then there'd be weird things of like, you would see the subtitles of the dialogue but not hear anything. And then eventually I was getting things where like the load would come back and it was just a black screen. And I was like, what the fuck? But I'd move and I hear the character moving around, and then I'd hit the PlayStation button and the PlayStation thing would come up. And I'm like, okay, so it's the game that's fucking up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I had to keep messing with that. It was just kind of disappointing because it's like the polish of Spider-Man was so high. And this was like, this is bad. Like this is real issues that are like holding me back from
That sucks.
from playing. But
That
whatever.
really
I kept
sucks.
going. And I kept going to the point that I was like, you know what? I'm close enough to 100%ing this DLC. Yeah. I'm just going to do it. So I 100%ed it.
Yeah.
Got everything in it. And I was like, this is great. And I'm like, I really had this moment. I'm like, I'm not going to go back to the other game and 100% it now. Like, I'm not doing that. 2 hours later, I came out. I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah, you are.
And I played probably 6 hours of Spider-Man this weekend.
What a game.
And it's just so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
And like just upgrading everything. And like all of a sudden something clicked for me that I hadn't thought about before. And I know it's fucking obvious, but this is a game made by the creators of Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
I loved going through Ratchet and Clank and upgrading every single weapon, even if I didn't
Your
use that
Omni-Tool
weapon,
wrench and
but just
stuff.
using the different things to get the skills, having the benchmarks that they have of like free run this long.
Kevin,
Yeah.
you see the Slack?
No.
Kind of Funny Games Daily for today is private on YouTube. Can you please fix that?
Boo. Or like, what was I talking about?
Sorry, Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and
yeah.
Clank. The benchmark things of just like swing going this many miles per hour for this long or whatever.
Yeah.
Like just looking at that, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna swing differently for the next 20 minutes just to like try to boost that up a bit. Or then I'm gonna try to 3-point jump more than I have been. Like things like that are super interesting and cool.
Yeah.
And it clicked where I'm like, oh my god, this reminds me of when I used to just upgrade every single thing in Ratchet and Clank. Going through it all, some of the challenges are better than others. I did all the combat stuff, all of them, all the post.
This is for the DLC or this is for the main game?
Main game.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did all the Sable stuff and I did all that.
Sure.
So
Like
now
the Sable camps?
Did all the camps.
Yeah. Those were my.
I
Those are the
never-
one camps I didn't like. The flying dudes got annoying.
I kinda like the
found.
flying dudes.
They
because, like,
definitely switch it up. There's definitely an escalation. But when I
Yeah.
just had those left, it was like, yeah.
but it's just like there's certain things that I'm just like the drone challenges and stuff. I'm like, I don't like
The
this.
drone
Yeah.
challenges are the worst thing ever made.
I'm not,
It's so
and I'm not at
upsetting.
all trying to be like. I never had a problem with one of those, so I was surprised. I'm not surprised, I guess, when I saw people had struggle. Everybody struggles with something different in games. But
I wasn't struggling with it. It just sucked. They just weren't fun. It was just like, I don't know, man. This
Sure.
feels like kind of tacked on, especially compared to the in the DLC. There's the Punky Brewster
yeah,
speed something
I want to say Scarlet, but that's not right either.
pachinko machine. I'm just saying words. I don't know.
It's something with an S.
It is.
She's pink. She talks like this. And
Yeah, she's the YouTuber.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Twitch streamer.
Scoots.
Speedster. Speedball. Something ball.
Speedball sounds right.
It's something ball.
I'll look it up.
Anyway, her challenges
8-ball.
were just better versions of the drone stuff. I'm like, oh, these are actually cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just like there's just so much content in the damn game. It's 100% it, but like I'm gonna
Yeah.
mark my
Goddamn
words.
right you will. Maybe Extra Life.
Can you scroll down just a little, Kev Dog? Billy Laporta says Ghost of Tsushima is a next gen game. Agree or disagree? Hold on, Cool Greg is calling me.
That can't be good.
I want to know what it's about. Hello, Cool Greg. You did not. You might have gave it to Joey at some point.
I guarantee he's trying to find his credit card, his business
all good.
credit card.
I don't
for
need it
Kinda
right now.
Funny.
Cool. Bye.
It looks like her name is Speedball.
Speedball. Cool.
Ghost of Tsushima is a next gen game. Agree or disagree?
Hard disagree.
My
Not
problem, of
a
course, is like,
chance.
what is next gen anymore?
And that's a big question, but I don't think that changes the fact that Ghost of Tsushima will be on PlayStation 4.
Agreed. And I think you get it before Death Stranding.
Yeah. I think that's safe.
Sure. The question is, do you get it before Last of Us Part 2?
I think so.
Yeah, I do too. I think so.
Do you think that we get release dates for all three at E3?
No, Sony doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
You'll get them when they're done. When they're confident in a real release date, you'll get them or whatever.
I don't know, man. I feel like they kind of have to.
I bet
feel
Ghost-
like they need to be confident by then.
But I think it'll be different where I think it's like Ghost of Tsushima will probably, for what we're talking about right now, right? Probably get a release date in it'll get a Game Informer cover in, if for what we're talking about right now, it'll get a Game Informer cover between December and April, right? No, December and March, release by September, right? So maybe at E3 you have a release date, but I don't think it would be announced there. I think it would be mainly the run up to it if it's that soon, or it's because then it gets weird to say it's a 2020 game, right?
I guess my thing is by E3, I feel like we have to know all three release dates.
No way. Of Last of Us, Death Stranding, and Ghost of Tsushima?
I don't know, man. Like they've had so many showings.
Yeah. Ghost of Tsushima will be the next release date, Then it'll be Last of Us Part 2, then it'll be Death Stranding. And I'm not saying that those dominoes are gonna fall next year altogether. I wouldn't be surprised, I guess, if you get Ghost of Tsushima release date in the fallish time frame of next year, and then it's a spring game that gets released in 2020. I could see that.
What's 2019 then?
Then
That's the problem.
Who the fuck cares? Sony doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
These things keep selling. They don't care if they have first party exclusive that
That's
right
fair.
then and there.
Demetrius
And
Noel-
actually, and don't forget, 2019, Days Gone, motherfucker. It's all you're getting. You wanted zombies? We got zombies.
We got zombies, motherfucker. Demetrius Newell says, where do you find gentlemen think gaming will be in the next 10 years? Do you think we'll lean into the streaming type? Do you think consoles will be non-existent in the way we know them today? Thanks for answering, boys. 10 years. So a nice, sweet 2028.
2028. It's one of those you can never predict this.
That's too far.
There's no way to. I don't think you can predict what happens with the next gen yet. I still hold on that I think Xbox is going to do this unified platform stuff. Everything still plays on everything. I don't know. I was ranting to Nick about this. Whenever you get me started on streaming, I start ranting about next generation. I don't know what PlayStation, if PlayStation will do the same as Xbox, and if PlayStation 5 will play, if the PlayStation 5 will be a thing, and then they are going to do the normal window generations, or if it'll be a very, the next step up from the PlayStation 4 Pro and everything plays everything.
Do you think we will lean into the streaming type? Yes. I think that'll lean. I don't think it'll be exclusively.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever have that. At some point we have to, but not in the next gen. The next 10 years, probably. Do you think consoles will be non-existent the way we know them today? No, I think they'll still exist.
Yeah, that's safe. Yeah. I think this next gen in quotes is gonna do the streaming stuff we're talking about, and I think it's going to be an interesting hybrid of getting you off of it. Where here's your Xbox, your $100 streaming Xbox that has just those innards in it, and your beefy 4K. It's going to be amazing. Xbox, whatever they call it, and you can do it there. And I think it'll be an interesting breakdown to see how people use it, how much they use it. I'm excited for that future, and I'd be super stoked to we're delayed, and I'm playing something on my phone right here, streaming it off of 5K or 5G, and everything's great. And then when I get home, play it on the actual Xbox and have it on the TV and have it look great.
Very exciting.
But I think that's the thing of you need internet. Where's the real internet going to be? There's so many different hitches to the streaming future that we are getting teased with right now.
Yeah.
That I really can't wait to get on the other side 5 years and look back and see, man,
how much has changed.
Yeah.
Chauncey says, hey gang, thanks for being awesome. Question the first question, I think.
No, he says question the first.
Question the first. Lately, you guys have been given the opportunity to do some worldly traveling. I was curious as to what your favorite place that you've ever traveled has been, and if you could go anywhere / back to a place you've been, where would that be and why? There was no question the second. Have a great day, Chauncey.
That seems like a loaded question. My favorite places I've ever traveled is Japan, and so the place I'd want to go back to would be Japan. Right? Am I misreading the question or misunderstanding the question?
My favorite place is Hawaii, and I'd like to go back to Hawaii.
Hawaii's dope.
But I also really like Japan.
What if you went back to the Hawaii and The Rock hung out with you?
That'd be the ultimate thing.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Really damn cool. Yeah, I think those are the only places that I've been that I'd want to go back. And I know Hawaii is America, but it's also not. Like, it's far enough away. We're not like bros. We're not connected.
Well, we're bros with
like
Hawaii.
Distance cousin. Well, we're bros, but we're not like connected bros.
Sure, I'm not up to date on what's happening there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've heard I've never been. I've heard there's a lot of islands. It's confusing.
But everywhere else that I've been, I don't really want to go back. I would.
Harsh.
But like London,
He's being
Bali,
honest, bro.
Australia,
He's telling the truth.
most places in America. I'm good.
It's just like eventually a city's a city. You know what I mean? A city's a city. A town's a town. What are you gonna get?
Yeah, we got a good city here. I'm happy here.
Yeah, we have the city here.
The city. I think that's New York.
Well, I know, but like the,
I like New York.
If you bought like San Francisco as the city, like that shirt, the city. That's what I was referencing. We all aware that New York has a huge fucking chip on its shoulder, and it's got to be the city.
Most iconic subway system in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Kind of Funny Gamescast. Ask Kind of Funny Gamescast anything for the month of September 2018. I'm Tim Gettys. That's Greg Miller. Thank you very much for your Patreon support. It gets you a whole bunch of cool things like being able to watch the Gamescast live or the Patreon exclusive show.
You just broke down.
I did.
Ask Kind of Funny Games anything.
I love you. Bye.
I'll let you know that. Here's the thing. Gozer has been over at SF State twice today. So one day there's going to be a time I turn to you. I'm like, we got to go.
We got to go. We're going to State.
What level are you in Ghostbusters World?